Every time someone asks whether the Su-57 is better than the F-35, the internet turns into a battleground. Opinions, claims, counterclaims, and national pride flying everywhere. In this video, we're going to cut through all that noise by answering 5 defining questions. These are the questions that actually decide whether the Su-57 or the F-35 fits a nation's real strategy. Here's what we're going to cover. First, can the F-35's role be replaced by an unmanned loyal wingman drone? Second, if the F-35 has a smaller range than the Su-57, then who takes care of America's long-range heavy bombing missions? Third, if the F-35 isn't as agile as the Su-57, then how does America secure the sky? Fourth, if Russia built the Su-57 mainly for air dominance, then who performs the stealth penetration role? And finally, why the question, which is the best fifth-gen fighter, is completely wrong, and what the day-to-day mission reality actually looks like. Let's begin. First question. Can the F-35's role be replaced by an unmanned, loyal wingman drone? The simple answer is no. Loyal wingman drones are not replacements. They are force multipliers. The F-35's core purpose is to act as the central brain of the battle space, absorbing data, fusing it, and distributing it to everyone else. No drone today can replace that. The Su-57 has been designed around the same concept. Russia plans to use it together with the S-70 Okhotnik Heavy UCAV, which can scout ahead, carry big weapons, or act as a decoy. China's J-35 is moving in the same direction. The pattern is clear. Drones amplify the fighter, they don't replace it. Second question. If the F-35 has a smaller range than the Su-57, then who handles long-range heavy bombing for the U.S.? This comes down to doctrine. The United States never expected the F-35 to be a long-range heavy striker. That job belongs to the B-2, B-52, and the upcoming B-21 Raider. The F-35's job is to break open enemy air defenses, create the corridor, and guide in those heavy bombers. And of course, it doesn't fly alone. F-22s often escort it. Russia, meanwhile, uses the Su-57 as a multi-role platform with long-range standoff missiles. That's why the Su-57 has the range advantage. 2 different aircraft, 2 different philosophies. Third question. If the F-35 isn't as agile as the Su-57, how does the U.S. secure the sky? Because agility is not the F-35's main weapon. Its biggest strength is information. It secures the sky by seeing threats long before those threats can see it. Stealth, sensor fusion, electronic warfare, and networking turn it into a first-shot, first-kill machine, and the U.S. doesn't depend on a single fighter for air superiority. That responsibility is shared by F-22s, AWACS, satellites, and joint force integration. Air superiority in the United States doctrine means the enemy has no idea who shot them or from where. Russia's Su-57 follows a different path: supermaneuverability, raw kinematics, and long-range missiles. Fourth question. If the Su-57 is Russia's air dominance fighter, then who performs the stealth penetration role? This is where the future Russian lineup enters the discussion. The answer is a combination of the S-70 Okhotnik and the upcoming Su-57 Checkmate. The Su-75's overall shape, intake design, and weapons configuration all point toward a philosophy similar to the F-35, a stealthy, affordable, penetrative striker that works well with drones. Meanwhile, the S-70 acts as the deep strike stealth platform that supports the Su-57 and can carry heavy internal weapons loads that the Su-75 may not handle. So while the Su-57 dominates the front line, Russia will rely on Su-75 and S-70 for stealth penetration and first-day-of-war missions. Fifth question. Why best fifth-gen fighter is the wrong question? Because best depends on strategy, not fan debates. The Su-57 was built for range, speed, maneuverability, and independent operations in a low-satellite environment. The F-35 was built as the brain of a massive allied network with AWACS, satellites, drones, and dozens of partner nations. They were never designed to fight the same war. Comparing them like sports teams misses the entire point. Final, day-to-day practical mission reality. Here's the truth nobody likes to talk about. Fifth-generation fighters are not routine workhorses. They are the tip of the spear. They are too expensive to operate daily, too maintenance-heavy, and too specialized for simple border patrols. On normal days, most countries, including the US and Russia, use drones, Su-30, F-16, F-15, Gripens, or Rafales for routine patrols and interceptions. So asking, which is better for everyday missions, Su-57 or F-35, makes no sense. They're both designed for high-end, high-risk, first-day-of-war operations. So, after all this, is the Su-57 better than the F-35? It depends on the mission, it depends on the doctrine, it depends on the country, and that's the real answer.